Well, guys, we're back in West Virginia and we're hunting down those mountain mamas, and we're hanging out in the Tiger Lake State Park in Grafton, West Virginia. I hope you're enjoying your time. It was about like a 6-hour trip here. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not 6 hours. I think it's like 5. It felt like 5.
But, we had to stop so many times so Eric could use the bathroom.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I drank a giant big gulp.
Yeah, I've never seen somebody chug a Gatorade while they're drinking from a Camelback, but it's a first for everything.
Gotta hydrate, man.
You do have beautiful skin.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for all that.
Wait, can I ask before we get deeper into this? Every time we come to West Virginia, mostly woods in the state, right?
Well, yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of cryptids. So I feel like we're going to come back here again. Are you always going to talk about mountain mamas every time?
Well, Dan, that's the one joke I have for West Virginia. So yeah, probably.
All right, because I'm beginning to think mountain mamas are a cryptid, and I want to learn more about that cryptid.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
I've never seen a mountain mama. I just keep hearing about them. John Denver keeps screaming about these mountain mamas, and I just don't know where they are. I'm looking.
Maybe we'll uncover a new cryptid.
Maybe.
Also, moonshine stills could be a reason.
Okay.
Woods and moonshine, mountain mamas.
That's where they are.
Concrete factories, Walmart supercenters. I'm trying to think what else I know about West Virginia. Beautiful parks. I'm like the most gorgeous of East Coast nature, honestly. West Virginia is beautiful.
Well, speaking of West Virginia, did you guys ever play Fallout 76?
For like an hour.
Okay. Well,
and then I got bored.
Well, the cryptid we're going to talk about today is in Fallout 76.
Damn it, I got to reinstall that game.
Because today I'm going to tell you about the Grafton Monster. It's not a super original name. It's just the town and the word monster after it. But it's pretty cool, though. All
right, I'm unconvinced right now. Usually the name is creative, and I have a little thing triggers in my imagination, and I get excited.
Yeah, not this one.
I imagine cryptids in horror movies first, and I imagine like what powers they would have and why I should be scared of them. No, I'm getting nothing from Grafton. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give you a pretty interesting theory around the Grafton Monster towards the end of the episode. Do you want to hop in? Because I'm really excited about it. It's just a really fun. I was proud of it. Can we do it? Can we just start talking about it?
Yes, please.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
It's Greg's Cryptid Corner, where mysteries abound. Bigfoot, Mothman, monsters, let's see what we found.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Greg's Cryptid Corner, a podcast about monsters for weirdos. I'm your host, Greg. And as always, I'm joined here by my two lovable guests. Dan, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing very well. How are you doing, Greg?
I'm doing all right myself. And Eric, how you hanging?
Doing pretty good now that I've whizzed all of my liquid out of my body.
Congratulations. I'm really proud of you. So today we're going to talk about the Grafton Monster. Like we said in the intro, a little bit of a boring name, but I think it's a pretty cool monster, pretty interesting looking, kind of a fun little story with it. So why don't we hop in?
Do we get like a teaser? Can I get a trailer for the Grafton Monster? Can you give me like a word? Give me one word.
Oh, God.
That like whets my appetite. Make me salivate for this.
It's going to ruin the best part of his description, but...
Then give me the second best word.
He's a big, beefy boy.
All right.
Yeah. We like our big, beefy boys, and he's a big, beefy boy.
Okay, I got a movie in my head now.
All right, good.
All right, I'm on board.
I'm just picturing hugs.
Oh, he could be a hugger. He could certainly be a hugger.
Okay.
I'm thinking of like a 4-foot tall caterpillar, but instead of like... I guess caterpillars don't legs. I guess a 4-foot tall centipede, but with like human arms.
Wow, that's too much hugging.
And it like skitters around. Yeah, and it hugs you and it squeezes you into its gelatinous body and it dissolves you in acid.
I hate that. I hate that monster you created, and I want him to be real. Grafton Monster is not that. But let me tell you the story, and then we'll describe him. You know how we do the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. All right,
let's see. Well, I can hear the spooky music. Whoa!
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming in.
Whoa! Watch out! Yeah.
On the night of June 16th, 1964, Robert Cockerell was driving home along the Tigert Valley River from his job at the Grafton Sentinel newspaper when his headlights caught something on the side of the road that startled him. What he initially thought was a piece of equipment or a tree or a boulder from a distance, as he got closer, he realized it was alive. He hurried further down the road and thought of going back, but too scared to deal with it on his own, he drove home, contacted two of his friends, and they all headed back to the spot of the sighting. They searched the woods for the creature, but it was nowhere to be seen. They did, however, find trampled foliage that appeared to have been caused by something large and heavy. And while they searched, they described hearing an odd whistling sound that seemed to follow them around. But without finding the creature, the three of them went home that night bewildered, but believing Cockerell's story. So while that's probably not the first sighting of the Grafton Monster, Cockerell's sighting is kind of what put the Grafton Monster on the map. So what is the Grafton Monster? So he's described as standing roughly 7 to 10 feet.
Damn.
Yikes.
And people estimate it to be between 500 and 1,000 pounds. That's a big
boy.
It's either 500 or it's double.
It's a cryptid that's begging for like an HGTV reality show.
Yeah.
It's like a cement truck.
Yeah. He could star on My Fat Monster Life or whatever.
My 600-pound cryptid.
Yeah. Now its body has massive shoulders and a barrel-like chest with smooth seal-like skin, which is described as grayish white or like a pale tan. It has extremely thick arms, big beefy boy. Now his arm length varies from witnesses, so it could be like longer or it could be more humanoid. Picture a big humanoid monster man.
It's bipedal.
Yes, yeah.
So standing upright.
Correct.
And so big belly on this boy, or does baby got back? Where's all this weight being carried?
I didn't find any description of his butt. So yes, baby's got back.
I'm making jokes. No, but you know what I mean.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time visualizing this guy. Okay, so 7 to 10 feet tall, maybe 1,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay,
big shoulders,
when you hear about like
big chest, yeah,
like 300 pounds, 300 pounds and 5'4". Maybe that. I'm not trying to body shame or anything like that, but like that's tough. Yeah, that's a tough. You're going to live a hard life. It's going to be difficult.
Yeah,
300 pounds and 6'5". That's a slender man. That's a slender person. If you're 7 feet to 10 feet, I don't think there's like a healthy way to carry 1,000 pounds.
Well,
right?
he carried it with his tree trunk like legs. So he's got thick, muscular legs as well. Yeah.
So he's got like soft, like goth girlfriend thighs.
I don't really know what that means, but yes, absolutely.
He's a chode.
Yeah.
Well, he's a big, tall chode. Yeah.
What if he has does he have like really narrow, skinny shoulders and then he's just a triangle shape?
No, he's got incredibly massive, broad shoulders.
Okay. So this is a brick house.
Yeah.
With thick thighs.
Yeah.
This is a squat monster.
And he was described as moving in slow, deliberate, but almost silent steps.
The silence is creepy.
Now,
I don't like that.
Well, if you think the silence is creepy, the other weird part about the Grafton Monster is that he's described as having no head, or at least not one that stands out to anybody.
How's he whistling? Out of butthole?
Possibly. Now, some descriptions of the creature did say it had like glowing red eyes in what would be like its chest.
Cool.
Oh, so like a chest face.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, it could have
got jewelry. He's got like a little ruby necklace.
Yeah, it could have just been lights bouncing off his like nipples or something. Maybe they're like a little bit reflective. Who knows?
Oh, eyeball nipples.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. He weeps milk.
Yep. Oh, just like the best of us. Now, being a journalist and not having a story to write, a few days later, Cockerell submitted an article about the monster to his editor, which got denied. But word leaked out, and suddenly teenagers from the area were forming monster hunter groups to go after the Grafton Monster. They were armed with pitchforks and guns and torches and baseball bats and all manner of stuff.
This is West Virginia, baby.
There you go.
Yeah.
They searched. They searched, but they didn't. Unfortunately, didn't find anything outside of a few possible sightings.
They didn't find anything, but 4 people died.
Well, yeah, but that happens. Hey, West Virginia, it's fine. But more and more sightings of the creature started coming into the newspaper. So they did finally publish the article, and that kind of started spreading the word around. It was getting picked up by other newspapers, blah, blah, blah. More and more people were coming in. I believe I read that there was like bumper to bumper traffic coming into Grafton of people coming to hunt this monster.
Wow.
What year was this?
64.
64. All right, so not a lot happening in 64.
Yeah.
I guess.
I was thinking the same thing, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing else to do.
Might as well.
Hunting season's over. Got to use those bullets somehow.
Next town over's got a monster. You want to go? Yeah, let's go. Why not? Load up the car. Get the kids.
It's a very similar thing that what happened with like the town of Louisiana with the Momo, the Missouri monster, where it's just like people heard about a monster, so all the people came into town to hunt it.
Or if you read like OG like news articles about like UFO sightings and stuff, there's always a line about there's traffic around the block from people wanting to rubberneck the UFO. It's like, yeah, people just wanted to get out of the house and look at something.
That's true. Yeah, it helps.
That was back when we cared about what our eyes saw, when we were like sight starved.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. But now I can see UFOs all the time on the internet. And Dan, I'll tell you, I do. I see them all the time.
What if, I mean, so he might have a face in his chest because you're seeing lights bouncing off, and I'm guessing it's burly chested, or is he like, does this man have boobs?
I mean, I'm sure he's got like very defined pecs. He's described like he's basically made of muscle.
He's like a wrestler,
but thick,
like
soft thighs.
No, you said he had thick, soft
thighs.
I said he was muscle all over, and you're like, he's got soft goth girl thighs, and I agreed with you because sometimes it's nice to just give Dan a little special treat.
Dan drifted into the fantasy realm for a moment.
I'm just visualizing. All right, I know what I want to see. Okay. Now, I was wondering if like the skin that stretches, if you don't have a head, then above your collarbone is just like a wick of skin, right? You've got like, I don't know what you call the above taint, but I feel like that would be the above taint.
Okay.
Between your shoulders. What if his nose poked out and he had eyes? Like in order to look at something, he would have to bend at 90 degrees, because his face is embedded in his top taint.
That would actually be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it would be freaky.
It would be terrifying because it would have to run at you to see you. And that would be
oh,
God, super creepy.
Bent over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So now, the cockerel sighting was like the real big one. But there were additional documented sightings that came in over time. Most of them involved seeing a, quote, shoulder-based silhouette walking around in the dark. Another story supposedly involved it attacking a boat in the water at a campground. And a father and son seeing it up close while hunting. And that father and son described it as, like, basically as Cockrell did. Like, description wise, but they said that it kind of just ambled about, not really like causing a fuss or anything, like not attacking them, not coming after them, nothing. The dogs were barking at it and it really didn't care about it.
Just bumping in the trees.
Yeah.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll get to like my theory on that in a little bit, and I think it's pretty good. I think you might agree with it. Possibly. It's a little out there. But now eventually Cockrell, like, he was getting kind of ridiculed for, claiming he saw a monster, and he got a man named Gray Barker involved. Now, Gray Barker would be involved in a few years with the Mothman incident, but for now, he was still a noted UFO researcher.
Wow.
Okay. So he was a 1960s grifter, is what you're saying?
No, he's a well-studied, wonderful
I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
Listen, I'm not.
Is he legit? If he's legit, then I don't want to besmirch
one way or the other.
Man. All right.
He's wrote
sometimes
a lot
these
of books.
stories are like, oh, this guy was known for making up fake stories, but people believed him on this one.
Well, he was one of the big guys that really spread information about the Men in Black, for instance.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Right. Where was the Mothman, Greg? Was it close to?
It's Point Pleasant.
State?
Yeah, Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Yeah, same state.
All right. So
how far apart? I'm not sure. This is about an hour and 20 minutes away from Flatwoods, and Flatwoods happened, I think, in the 50s.
Man, West Virginia's got. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
West Virginia's just north of Virginia. Northern Virginia is where all the like governmental facilities are. So Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And it's it's beautiful. It's wooded. A lot of stills. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah. But yeah, so Gray Barker became involved, and eventually he, after kind of interviewing people, talking to Cockrell, figuring out really what the monster looked like and what it could be doing, he decided that the Grafton Monster was probably an alien or a multidimensional being, potentially sent to scope out Earth for future takeover. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I you know what? Okay. I don't any answer that is like interchangeable with saying angel or demon. I just kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just say that about anything. I think the cup of coffee I had this morning is actually an alien.
Well, I mean, when you get a UFO researcher involved, he's going to be like alien. It's
That's true.
Alien. Yeah. Like
that's true. Yeah. When you're a carpenter, yeah. Every problem's a nail. That makes sense.
Yeah. Now, there are other theories. So the police believe that Cockrell saw someone pushing a handcart full of boxes down the road, and he mistook it for a giant monster.
Wait, what?
Yes.
That's the monster?
Yeah.
That's a big pile of boxes in a cart.
Yeah.
Now,
that's unfortunate.
Cockrell did say that he was like he saw it around like 8:30 at night. So it wasn't like the middle of the night. It's not like he was super tired. Like he worked all day, but he was driving home, and he claims like, no, it's not freaking boxes. Like it was a monster.
Yeah.
One of the teenagers that was out on the monster hunt claimed that it was probably an escaped polar bear.
What?
In West Virginia.
Yeah, it's like lost territory.
Yep. But if you do kind of
polar bears have heads.
They do have heads.
Sorry.
But yeah. So if you go with the bear concept, since polar bears aren't around West Virginia and no one reported one missing at the time, it could have been technically like an albino black bear.
Okay.
Like a rare albino black bear that kind of like its head could have been angled weirdly, or shadows in the night could have made it like appear headless. So
nice.
I think that has some veracity.
And it would have reddish eyes.
Yeah.
And apparently this thing has attacked something in boats. So if it's rolling around like riverbeds or whatever, it could be like slicked up in mud too. And like caked mud that dries can look a little gray, pale.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like the bear thing so far. Although 7 foot and 1,000, how heavy is a bear? Oh, it's time for Greg's Cryptid Corner. Let's learn about animals.
How heavy are bear?
We know nothing.
Yeah, we don't. We ask our audience, and they're really good about. I mean, we do have bear experts out there. They've told us how to not get eaten by bears, which is really nice. But while yes, I would normally subscribe to Barker's theories here that it's an alien or some sort of interdimensional thing, I do think it is like an Earth-based cryptid in a way, because I think it's something more supernatural. So, based on its appearance and the way it kind of shambled about silently, slowly, bear with me here. I think it could be a golem created by someone from clay, and that when the creator died, it basically left the golem to kind of wander, and like depending on whatever its original like reason for being created was.
Nice.
I think it fits the description pretty well, where it's that like gray or like pale white, like
it's like a clay monster.
It's made of clay. Yeah. And it
Dude, I love that.
I think it gives it reason for it just kind of like being. It's just like shambling about, like not really caring about people.
That's sort of horrifying. It'll never die. It just wanders aimlessly. It's monstrous. It has no real purpose.
Yeah.
Like, and it could just snap your neck. Like, that's really cool. I like that.
Your explanation raises more questions. How well, for one thing, first, one at a time. Polar bears can be more than 1,500 pounds on average.
Okay.
Black bears, 125 to 500. Inland grizzlies, you're talking 300 to 600 pounds. Brown bears, 400 to 1,200. So brown bears get up there.
Okay.
Wow.
Polar bear, I can see the polar bear thing though. That's the one that averages over 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, but all right, so sure,
that's bear facts.
Sure,
we're done bear facts.
It could be a polar bear, but why would it be a polar bear?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It would have to be like a really hefty grizzly to get into that 600-pound territory.
Yeah.
But okay, golem. You've piqued my interest. How do golem be formed?
So it's part of like Jewish folklore This is kind of the
Okay.
golem that I know. Pretty much you build a humanoid shape out of clay, and then you write some like Jewish text on it, and then it can kind of come alive, and then you can kill it by writing like additional Jewish text on it. Now,
So it's like an incantation. And
Yeah,
by Jewish, you mean,
in a
like
way, yeah,
Hebrew
yeah. And
or
I'm not
something
trying to
that?
like
Okay.
minimize or not describe like Jewish lore well. I'm just this is all I know about
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
No, I'm following.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard people talk about golems, so I just didn't know how they get made. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, there's a golem.
So, like, could I make a golem, or do you need to be like some kind of rabbi or something like that?
I think you need to have the belief system behind you,
Okay.
which I don't think you would have.
No,
right?
I don't
Yeah.
believe in much. I believe in you two.
That's
And
good.
I think I might believe in Bigfoot. I'm not sure.
But I do like the idea that it's just this clay monster who's just like, Daddy's gone, and he just keeps walking
Oh.
around,
Oh, that's sad.
And especially because like he doesn't have a head and he's just kind of like going around,
It's just one's company. He's like, somebody hang out with me.
Yeah.
So lonely in
Yeah.
the woods.
I can't see you or hear you because I have no head and I must scream. But it's kind of. I think it works. I think it works for what this creature like is described as.
Okay.
Now, why does it kind of disappear? I don't know. Maybe he's a multi-dimensional golem. Who knows?
Well,
But-
maybe he was attacking the boat in the river because his clay was getting too dry. And then after like almost getting caught attacking a boat, he stayed on dry land for too long and the clay eventually hardened to the point where it shattered. And so
Oh.
he's just like maybe like semi-sentient rubble and dust blowing around West Virginia.
So maybe,
And maybe when you're walking deep in the woods at night, you can still hear a faint whistling.
so the whistling. It's theorized that when they were walking, this would go back to the alien idea. So if he's an alien and that like there was a UFO kind of watching the people, so it was kind of just moving a little bit and like it was making a whistling sound, like up in the air. That was the thing, because the whistling isn't a consistent part of the encounters with the Grafton Monster.
Well, if he's got an open neck hole and an open butthole, and you get a good breeze, he's a whistle. He's just a big clay whistle.
None
It's a
of
big old moonshine bottle.
none
It's
of
very West Virginia.
none of the descriptions described openings anywhere. We're making assumptions about the monster that I'm okay with, but I guess though if that's the case, the wind would just go right in and out. So yeah, it would do that. Be a fun whistle.
I do like I like a husky cryptid.
Yeah,
I didn't know that I needed that, but I do like a husky cryptid. This is nice. I like it.
We just had the beast of the land between the lakes. He was a thick boy as well, but this guy, you wouldn't want to mess with him. Though
No.
I would picture him one of the guys at like the gym who's like just really nice and just wants to help you out and teach you how to use the machines, because all the machines are really confusing and they don't label them well, and I don't know how to use them. And also I don't go to the gym. I'm very fat.
You just keep wrapping the cables on the bench press or whatever around your neck.
Yeah.
And just coming over. Hey, buddy, can I help you?
man.
Yeah.
You need some help?
And I go, no, actually, I know what I'm doing. This is exactly the point. So that was the Grafton Monster. It's kind of like died down. Now they do have like a Grafton Monster festival. I think the recent one was in June this year. So like I need to get to these festivals. I need to hear about them before they are over. So
They sound like fun. Everybody's got festivals going on.
Guys, can we like take a year and just hit like 20 festivals and do live episodes at all of them?
I would
That'd
love
be
that.
fun.
Oh man,
I would
that'd
love
be
that.
great.
Yeah.
That'd be great little like documentary. Just go to cryptid fests and make a little movie.
Let's do it.
Just get blitzed on beer and plastic cups talking about cryptids. I love that. Yeah, I'm in.
Convince them that the ghost cow is the best one.
Have you heard of the Grigstown cow? It was just a cow. It was proven to be a cow. It was a wonderful. But yeah, I think we'll be able to go out to all those festivals with the help of our Patreon supporters.
Yay!
Amy's Birdhouse, Liam Neville, and Bridget. So they're all supporters at the your Squonk level. No,
There are
yeah, it's
Squonks.
the your Squonk level.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for supporting the show. And we don't have any reviews or comments this week, and that's okay. I tell myself we do a great job every day.
I have a comment.
Oh, what's your comment?
This is another entry in our unofficial series of roadside spotting cryptids.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a thing because, I think I said it maybe with the Dover Demon episode. It's just like they get caught accidentally. They get seen accidentally, and people are typically just on roads.
I guess that is when Americans are out of the house.
Yeah.
They're just in a car.
Yeah.
That's like when you see the world. That's actually really sad. That makes me sad.
Yeah, we're driving from one building, our home, to another building. I don't know, probably the
Yeah.
mall or something.
We leave tiny parking lots to go to bigger parking lots. That's the American dream, baby.
Love
I
it.
feel like we should have some sort of like giant chart, like we can hang up on Greg's wall that has all the commonalities, and we can start linking all of these
Oh,
things.
come on over.
The yarn between pins look. I like that. Yeah. I'm in.
Okay, well, come on over. We'll put. Listen, I'll take every picture down in my whole house, and we'll just put a big map up of pictures of the cryptids and yarn all over, and everybody will be like, "Are you okay?" And it's just like, "No, I'm not." But this is what I need to do. Yeah. So thanks for listening to our little discussion on the Grafton Monster. He's a big,
You're
thick
welcome.
boy, and he's wonderful, and he's another road boy. And as always, I'm Squonk. You're Squonk. Go Birds.
Do you think this Grafton Monster is a football fan? Kind of sounds like a football fan.
Well, he couldn't wear a helmet, but probably a fan. Yeah.
Well, think about it. He's the one. He would be actually a football player is more interesting because not having a head would make him immune to CTE.
Oh, that's true. He would be the perfect
Yeah.
football player. He wouldn't be able to see anything. He'd probably have to be a linebacker. Would be like something on the O-line.
Imagine if he came out of the woods, he like befriended the locals and actually played on their football team.
Oh my God, it'd be like a more interesting The Blind Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Do you just have to, it's like a blind man. You'd have to like teach him the lay of the land and all that. But then you get him on the football field. He knows where he's going. He
Yeah.
knows where those thighs wiggle and jiggle their way right into the end zone.
All you do is just got to point him in a direction. Point him in the direction, put the ball in his hands, and nobody's stopping the Grafton Monster.
He
1,000
smashes
pounds.
through the stadium and just keeps running. Oh, there he goes again. We'll find him eventually.
Just a whistle disappearing in the distance.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that idea.